Hey Theater Inspires! Welcome to Make It Sparkle, a series to get ideas and inspiration for your theater and dance shows. This video is about choreography in theater, and it features Brian Curl. Brian is a professional teaching artist, actor, choreographer, director, and producer. He's provided dance direction nationally to shows like Seussical the Musical, All Shook Up, Addams Family, Matilda, and beyond. Brian is a gifted and passionate teacher, and he's recently started an online training platform called Daily 8 Count to inspire and educate about dance in schools and theater programs worldwide. Hope you enjoy this and get some fresh ideas.
What I'm excited about with this production of Seussical that's about to start, because I worked on the show as an actor in 2004, I want to say, at a summer stock production, and then hired to choreograph it at a school in Arkansas, which was a lot of fun, but it was a learning curve for me because I was early in my choreography world, and I was choreographing things to my level, which wasn't, as I came to find out, the same level as high school kids. So we had to think a lot on the fly, but Seussical is different than most musicals because it's not like, here's a scene, now we're gonna sing, now we're gonna dance, moving on to the next place. Everything is so fluid, and you might sing 6 bars of music here, and then all of a sudden there's dialogue, and then all of a sudden we're dancing about this thing we're gonna sing about in 2 seconds and back into a scene. And it was such a learning curve, but such a great experience working with that director in 2012, and also the director I'm about to start working with, because it's a lot of tag team. It's a lot of like, great, I did my 6 bars, now it's your turn, now it's my turn again. So it's figuring out what those worlds are. Probably the biggest piece of advice I can give with this show is communicate what are we actually trying to create as we go about doing this. This director that I'm about to work with, she sat down, she goes, this is my vision. I said, this is my vision. And we figured out how we could put those 2 things together. And that's only been virtually. So now we're about to actually get in the same space starting on Monday. And we're only together for 2 weeks. So she got a lot of her work done. So we can now kind of piece in my work. And then my entire take on choreography in general is keep it simple. Make sure that every student on that stage feels so capable and so confident in what they do. When I was in high school, we had student choreographers that made things so incredibly difficult that nobody looked good. Not even them, no offense. But they made everybody feel so incapable because we couldn't do the thing that they were trying to teach us. That is also where I learned that there's a huge difference between a good dancer and a good choreographer. A good dancer can show you the dance step. A good choreographer can teach you the dance step. And I have always said, I am not the best dancer, but I know that I'm a good choreographer. I know that I can break things down to its base level to make sure that every person in the cast feels so taken care of. They feel that they can do this thing and they're proud of that thing. They don't feel like, oh, I don't know what it is, because if the kid feels that way, the audience feels that way right away as well. Like that energy will always almost sabotage your show. So my entire philosophy and choreography in general is keep it simple. Make sure that you are playing to the strengths of the people in your cast. Now, I'm all for student choreographers. I want to backtrack for a second. I don't want people to think like I shouldn't use them. No, absolutely use them. But just make sure those students are aware that being a student choreographer, just like being a student stage manager, it's not a position of power, it's a position of leadership. And if somebody is not picking up the thing that you are trying to teach them, it's not their fault. So make sure you try, like if I'm trying to teach a kid a dance step and they're not getting it, it's not their fault. I have to change my way of teaching. Or better yet, I've got to change what the actual step is, keeping in mind that everybody learns a little different. To that point, though, I will say that there are a lot of times we've got to tiptoe around feelings, because if I'm teaching something and the kids just aren't getting it, I keep saying kids, I'll say student actors. The student actors are not getting it. And then I change it. They think, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I can't do that. Has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with the fact that in my brain, in my 1-bedroom apartment here in Philadelphia, this worked. Now that I'm standing on a 50-foot stage with 47 of you, it doesn't work to the best storytelling of the show. Storytelling, especially with a show like Seussical, that is the #1 goal of that show, let alone any show. I like to tell student actors a lot, just because you sing the notes does not mean you are acting the song. Just because you read the lines does not mean you are acting the song. Just because you do the dance that I give you, it truly does not mean you are acting. It is my job as a choreographer. It is any choreographer's job to give you the framework. It is your job to bring that to life. And that is such an important lesson for students to learn, because a lot of times they think, oh, I'm just doing what you told me, that's it. I'm like, no, I'm giving you the bare bones, and now it is your responsibility to bring that thing to life.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you've directed or choreographed theatrical shows for the stage and have ideas or tips to help other artists make their shows a success, please be sure to include it in the comments below.